Hello friends, it's Mike, and it's Thursday, January 21st, 2020, and Joe Biden was sworn in yesterday. So much for trust the plan. For all the Trump supporters, and especially those duped by the Q psyop, your man Trump took you for a ride. And this is because Trump, like all the other suits that sat in the Oval Office before him, are completely controlled. They have masters. His January 6th and January 19th speeches should have been the final proof point needed for even the most ardent Trump supporter and Q cultist to realize they were sandbagged. I have recommended everyone read Dr. John Coleman's book on the Committee of 300. Even though the book was written 25 years ago, it is still highly relevant. Dr. Coleman explains in great detail how the world really works and who the players are. Once you read that book, all the guesswork comes out of the equation. It's amazing to me how so many people who claim to be truth seekers cannot sit down and read a 275-page book that will answer so many questions. Instead, I receive comments and emails about how I should listen to this person and this channel and that channel because they have insider information and therefore they must be credible. And when I ask how they know this person or channel is credible, it always comes down to people embracing what they want to hear. It is what they want to believe. It's blind faith. Because you believe something to be true does not make it true. Many of these Q talking heads were controlled opposition. And those that were not, they were the useful idiots that perpetuated the psychological operation. There were channels that went from a few thousand to over 100,000 subscribers once they hopped on the Q bandwagon and preached their cult of Q message. Q was good business and proved once again how gullible the masses are. When people put all their eggs into someone else's basket, then they are no longer your eggs. Believing and trusting that the people within the very system that is designed to oppress are going to save you is going to result in more oppression. I understand the desire for hope. I really do. Within my own family, I get asked the question, but if I listen to you, Mike, about how the world works, then you're telling me there is no hope. And my response is, actually, it's the opposite. The lack of hope is created by the legions of people who still want to believe that the very system that oppresses them can be turned around. The hope that so many are clinging to is nothing more than savior mentality. Trump was a savior. Q was a savior. And now for 50% of the population, a 78-year-old groper is their savior. No one ever wins anything in this charade, but too many people are too submerged in the hopium to figure it out. There is only one person that is going to save you, and that's you. The system only changes when people awaken to the illusion. Until that time, expect the circus to stay in town. Q was a classic psyop. It was created to neutralize all those that knew something was off, and it worked like a charm. I stated in a number of videos that Q was the same script from 2012 from David Wilcock and Ben Fulford. I recently posted a link to my YouTube community page showing it was the same script going back to the 1920s called Operation Trust, which was a Bolshevik counterintelligence operation run from 1921 through 1926 aimed at neutralizing opposition by creating the false impression that a powerful group of military leaders had organized to stop the communist takeover. Sound familiar? Of course, there is the small minority of truly awakened souls that understand what this reality is all about, but so many people are sleepwalking and resistant to truth because it defies their belief system, whether their system is cultural, societal, or religious. I received an email where the person asked me what I thought about the truth community, and I responded by saying there is no truth community. What we have is a collage of perspectives. Truth is binary. Something is either true or it's not. Unfortunately, most people want a dimmer switch so they can adjust their reality to accommodate what they want to believe. As I've said many times before, this is an individual journey. The collective or community that the controllers want us to focus on is a ruse. Individualism comes first because a community is only as strong as its individual members. Strong, intelligent, and resourceful individuals will result in a strong, intelligent, and resourceful community. When individualism is downplayed, we end up with a weak and submissive population, and the proof of that is all around us. What we have going on in the world is a battle of will. Their will versus our will. If you're going to trust any plan, it's best to make sure it's your plan. A plan that is designed by you and not externally by a band of false prophets and con artists. I truly hope this election scam with its over-the-top and blatant propaganda has forced more people to take stock and come to grips with the need to seek a different path in life. A path that connects us back to our spiritual essence and who we are as souls, and walks away from this toxic environment of lies and deception. Thanks for listening.